Well, folks, good day to you one and all, and welcome to what's going to be really a fun event this evening. Sports and GT Masters having a fun event this evening, coming to you from Sebring International Raceway. Brought to you by myself, Gary Fleming, on behalf of Second Gear Productions. So, wow, let's see what tonight is going to bring for us. It's going to be out there in a GT3 cars. It'll be something completely different, and a massive, massive big thanks to everybody that's got involved with the massive upgrades for Second Gear Productions, and to Jaco Steyn and Luke Bakisi, very, very much hands-on with the motivation from Dr. Mike Berrier's second on 8 Ball 24/7 for getting us to the level that we are with the iRSA for this. So we've just had the practice session. We are 1 minute 15 into the qualifying session. Probably find the lap times around about 2 minutes a lap at expectation at this stage of the fight. There is Jaco Steyn himself, a man that's done all the necessary background homework to make this all possible for us, and looking forward to seeing what the new form of production looks like. The man that started the whole Sports and GT and Sports and GT Masters and came up with the idea of going live with Motorsport South Africa, Mike Berrier, 8 Ball 24/7 car. Also out there, the likes of Willem Pino, that's his favorite colors. We often see him in that. Nati and Samangi, main circuit polo racer for probably season number 3 already. So Haber, also out there on circuit as well. Eugene Manook, hasn't he had a good time recently? Eugene's been getting quicker and quicker and quicker. Nice to see the likes of Herman Lazarus. He's always in the blue, little tinge of white amongst that as well, just to make it the way that he wants it to be. As he works his way around the circuit. Frequent flyer Luke Easy out there on circuit as well. In the Martini colors. That's in the Audi. Gerald Ferree, the father of Leighton Ferree. So he's got the Wayne Camage colors out there tonight. Gerald Maget also out on circuit using the light blue colors. Francois Hubert, wow, this man is amazing. You can expect to see him at the front end of the field. Nice to see the man himself, Jaco Steyn, out there as well. He's in the Ferrari. Ati Nagel also joining us for this one-off fun event on a Saturday night. Stephen Duplessis, haven't seen much of Stephen out on circuit, and it'll be interesting to watch how he goes through all the different stages of iRacing, getting into the upper echelons, and then also Perry Hubert out there as well. So everybody's got to go out, do that warm-up lap, then they go into that qualifying lap, and probably by the time we get to about 4 minutes 10, we will start picking up those fastest qualifying times. So who can we expect at the front end of the field? Well, I would definitely say the likes of Luke Lukis is going to be up there and thereabouts. I would think Francois Hubert will be there and thereabouts. They will probably lock out the front row of the grid. Behind that, well, most anything is possible. Probably find that Jaco Steyn will pull into a top 6. Probably find that Mike Berrier will pull into a top 6. I wouldn't be surprised if Willem Pina pulls into a top 6 as well. Don't forget about the likes of Nati and Samangi as well. Let's see, where is Dr. Mike out there on circuit? He comes along to finish his lap. And straight away, Mike Berrier, the fastest man out there on a 2 minutes and 1. Willem Pina in there behind him. Francois Hubert goes straight to the sharp end of the field. Francois Hubert from Luke Mukisi, as we expected to be the front row of the grid. Jaco Steyn and Mike Berrier. Willem Pina, Gerald Maget getting quicker and quicker every single time that we see him out on circuit. This man is just getting quicker and quicker and quicker. Bounces Herman Lazarus down to that 9th position. So 11 people have put up lap times already. Stephen Duplessis comes in with a very quick lap time, and Gerald Ferree under the top 3, and wow, he pops himself up onto the second row of the grid. That's brilliant stuff. So looking really, really good. For those of you that have just joined us, This is where we are. It's Sebring International Raceway. Production brought to you by Second Gear Productions. Myself, Gary Fleming. We're bringing you the commentary on tonight's fun event on behalf of Western Province Sports and GT Masters. Francois Hubert up on the front end of the field with his favorite colors, based always on black and white. In the BMW, the Ferrari of Gerald Ferry at this point alongside him. On the front row of the grid, the leading Audi, and I think the only Audi out there, the RS on the second row of the grid, provisionally with Nati and Samangi. Main circuit polo racer, as we said, Jaco Steyn, expect him to be in the top 6. There is Jaco in the Ferrari, Stephen Duplessis also out there in the Ferrari, that's the 15 car. A plain type of color scheme, but a lovely color scheme at that for Stephen Duplessis. Awful. The 7th position. Mike Berrier putting up a pretty decent 201.20. Finds himself still inside of the top 10. Doug Gerber, that was one of the first guys to go out there and put up a nice quick lap time, finds himself in a 201.62. Willem Pina rounding out the top 10 in his favorite colors. Castrol being the main emphasis in his life. Gerald Merget just outside of the top 10. Pretty decent, Gerald. 202.682. He just did a very similar lap time now as well. And Lazarus just in there behind that in the 8 car. We've done 7 minutes of the total 4 qualifying so far. Eugene Manouk down there in 13th. See, Stephen McCarthy's entered, but not out on circuit at the moment, not having put up a clear lap time yet. Is that man Noor Hendricks? Peter Hubert that's out there on the circuit as well. Peter also not having a lap yet to date. We'll see once he gets that time up on track. Gerald Ferry. Wow, Gerald Ferry goes to the top of the grid. Look at that. And he's into the pits. He says, I've done enough. Francois Hubert is still out there. He'll be trying to put in just one more lap. See if he can maybe get himself onto the right side of the grid. Gerald Ferry in the pit lane. That's why you bear with him alongside him on the front row of the grid. Luke Lucchese is still out there and tracking just in there behind Francois Hubert. Luke Lucchese trying to get himself with the Audi R8 onto the front row of the grid. He'll be pushing hard for that one, believe you me. Luke Lucchese, a man that's utterly brilliant in terms of how he drives a motor car, his knowledge of computers and putting it all together. Amazing stuff as well. And well, to be beaten by somebody like Luke Lucchese, who in the likes of Martin Samangi doesn't have to feel bad about that or whatsoever. Gerald Ferry, the fastest man out there, 159.46, 0.57, 11 hundredths of a second slower than that. On the front of the good is Francois Hubert. Then Luke Lucchese, and well, he's just 2 tenths outside of that. See Stephen Duplessis still out on circuit. The colors that we're accustomed to seeing Graham Stephen, the blue with the orange. He comes across the line. Can he bump himself up on the grid? Nope, that's about as far up as he's going to be able to go at this stage of the fight. Just 1 minute left for the qualifying session. 14 guys that have put the lap times up there. Still Peter Hubert that's not managed to put up a lap time yet. Hasn't been able to get a clean lap into that one. Hard. Trying to get himself up in the third row of the grid. A lot of the guys got themselves back in the pits. See, everybody's slowing down and stopping. There's pretty much 20 seconds to go still. Sure, so this is going to be interesting. So those of you that have just joined us, we're down with the Sports and GT Masters, a fun event. Excuse the spelling, F-U-Y-N. I suppose that's a fine event on a Saturday evening down at Sebring International Raceway. And, well, this is a track that's got 16 corners and started out in 1952, in fact. Was the first time that this track was open and running. Let's have a look at that grid. So it's going to be Gerald Ferry that's going to be on the front row of the grid with Francois Hubert, Luc Lekizi, Nadi Simangi is row number 2, Jaco Steyn and Stephen Duplessis, Atinagel and Mike Berrier on the 4th row of the grid, Doug Haber and Noor Hendricks on the 5th row of the grid, Willem Pina with Gerald Maché running out the 6th row of the grid with Herman Lazarus, Eugene Minuk, Peter Hubert, and then Stephen McCarthy coming in behind that. So 16 entrants we've got in this race. Oh, this is going to be lovely stuff. The guys getting in a bit of Saturday night practice before they get into the heavy course of Monday. We'll be having the next round of the touring cars, and then on Wednesday night we'll be having the next round of the Sports and GT Masters. This being a GT3 race. Good evening to those of you that have just joined us. Have a look at that lovely picture that we've got here. Sec Productions coming to you live on a Saturday night, and they're going to be coming off the grid in the not too distant future. The man that is in E1 pole position jumps onto the grid now as well, and look at that, the pace car good to go. What a lovely sight. Look at that. We're still waiting for Stephen Duplessis to come up onto the grid. There's Jaco Steyn on the 3rd row of the grid on that inside line. Atinagel, Mike Berrier, Doug Haber, they're all in there. Noor Hendricks, Willem Pinaar, Gerald Maché, Herman Lazarus, Eugene Minuk. That brings up the tail end of the field. And we're still waiting for Stephen Duplessis. Stephen is not shown on the grid. Will there be enough time for him to get onto the grid? Stephen Duplessis, 3rd. There we go. Stephen joins us as well. So everybody has found himself up onto the grid. It's going to be the pace car that's going to lead them around on the formation lap. Good evening, everybody. Gary Fleming coming to you right side tonight. Sebring International fun event from the Sebring circuit. Oh, they've got actually 3 versions, a full, a short, and a club version of the circuit. That's 3 different versions that they normally run. World Sports Car Cup and the Le Mans Cup is also regularly run on the circuit, yearly national basis. 16 cars out there for this one. Work your way around. Pace car. Away from the back. Fast. Pace up the field. Keep an eye on Luc Lekizi. No doubt he's going to be trying to get to the front of the field as quick as what he can. And that's brilliant under braking. Likes to do trail braking, not scared to do left foot braking whatsoever. Understands how the systems work exceptionally well. Uses it to the max. Maybe one of the top racers in iRSA in South Africa. World very responsible for front row, but look at this. It's among the 3rd row. Jaco Steyn still loops. 4th row, after Doug Haber. 5th row, Mike Berrier, Noor Hendricks. 6th row, Herman Lazarus with Gerald Maché, with Peter Hubert, Steve McCarthy, Minuk bringing up the tail end of the field. They'll be coming around now. Those 2 all systems go. Jaco Steyn with the red bar on that 3rd row of the grid. They'll be looking, watching, waiting for the opportunities to open up the front. Who will have the pace up front? Gerald Ferry very strong tonight in the 10 car. Wait for them to come through. Lovely shot. Pace car's going to be going to the circuit. This left and right, that's turn 15 and 16, the Le Mans curves. Straight, long Ulmen straight, then to Sunset Bend, which is turn 70. But it's actually got 3 facets to that corner. It starts off initially with a right, then it goes a little straighter, sharper right and then a long curve as it comes out towards the start. 40-minute race it's going to be. That's the left-hand side. Back front main. Bridge. Pace car pulls off. It's just about time to go racing. There you can see the pace car's pulled off onto the inside. Green lights go down. Gerald Farid is going to lead them out. It's Francois Joubert in that second position as they work their way down the front main. With that long left-hander, they're going to go with that whole field through there. Everybody giving lots and lots of space to everybody else out there on the circuit. Gerald Farid with Francois Joubert right in there behind him. A nice little battle going on for that second and third position. Initially there behind them, their second, third, fourth. Jaco staying right in there with the red card behind him. He's cutting after. Then Stephen Duplessis. Go Faber a little bit further back behind that. Then it's no Hendricks in the 901. Everybody working their way through. Nobody running into problem so far whatsoever. Gerald Farid leads out into that series of curves. Now they're going to go down towards Big Bend. That'll be turn number 6. Gerald Farid that leads them out. Look pretty decent right now. Look at that long line stern of motor cars. See that 7th position not far behind him. Go Faber. All right in there as well. That's the green and red car in there behind that. It's going to be Joubert. Joubert sitting really close. Let's have a look at some of those intervals as they work their way through. Francois Joubert pretty close to the tail end of our leader Gerald Farid. That's looking very, very good. Gerald Farid must have practiced the circuit somewhere along the line because he's just out there and pumping in the lap time straight away. Francois Joubert, look easy in the Martini Audi. The only Audi out there on circuit is in fact look easy. He works his way through in that third position, half a second there behind him, taking a nice tight line. Nathi Nsamangi into that long right-hander as he works his way in there nice and close, trying to make that circuit as short as possible. Going on board with Nathi Nsamangi in that fourth position. Hard up against the wall, onto the brakes. That's fifth gear down to fourth. Feeds it in nice and smoothly. Just keep it going, Use that curbstone on the right-hand side up to fifth gear. Now hard on the brakes, closes right up onto the back there of the man in front of him. That is a look easy in the Audi that you see there directly in front of him. Doing a lovely job. Oh, using the gravel and more was Nathi Nsamangi. And that has caused just a little bit of a gap between himself and the man directly in front of him. Atinachel also in a pretty tight battle at this stage of the fight. Atinachel in there behind Jaco Steyn. That's the 14 car. Look at the flames coming out of that exhaust as he gears it down. They were on board with Atinachel. Atinachel right in there behind Jaco Steyn up into fourth gear. Holds that gear for a long time up into fifth. Hard on the brakes, turns it in, just clipping that curbstone, running it 2/3 the way towards the outside, setting yourself up for that left and right-hander. Nice and smooth run through there, fourth gear down into third. Almost looks like he did a bit of left foot braking there. Climbing hard on the gas, second gear, third gear. Using all the revs he's got, fourth. Using the curbstone, running it towards the outside. Now it's one long smooth run through to try and pick up as much pace as what you possibly can through this complex of, oh, look at that. Jaco Steyn using the track and more, and right over the outside of the curbing there as well, and out into that Ullman Straight they go once again, down the Ullman Straight, and look at that, it's pretty much getting dark out there. You'll see the cars' lights starting to make quite a big difference. Flames as they go down half through the gears and out to the front main they go, putting it down pretty hard. Nothing much between the front two. There's Francois Joubert right behind Gerald Farid. Gerald Farid in the yellow car, Francois Joubert in the black and white. That's his favorite colors. Look at the battle behind him. Look at this one. Look easy. Marty Semangi. Semangi's not giving up whatsoever. Semangi is beating him for pace. He's got that Audi right in his sights. Working his way through the gearbox. You'll see on the right-hand side, just above the right hand, you'll be able to see the visuals that he can see behind him. Marty Semangi can see there's a bit of a gap. In fact, 2.4 seconds off the back of Marty Semangi is Jaco Steyn. So as he looks out through the front window, you'll look at that mirror image, computer mirror image on the right-hand side of the dashboard and say, not a problem. I've got a bit of a gap here on Jaco Steyn. Concentrate on the sole Audi that's almost lost it as he worked his way through the corner and tried his best to hold on to the back window of Luke Lucchese. Luke Lucchese looking very, very strong at this stage of the fight. As always, Luke Lucchese, normally the man on the move is Luke Lucchese. He's brilliant on the brakes. That's what his telemetry always set up very, very strong, does Luke. But Francois Joubert made a job of putting the pressure onto Gerald Fourie. He's got to keep the pressure on Gerald Fourie, just 1.6 seconds from himself. Back to Luke Lucchese. Atinafel still in the game. Not giving up on the tail end there of Jaco Steyn. So on board there with Atinafel. Start that long right-hander, go through the back up front main. Yep, out onto the front main they go. This is a 5.87 kilometer circuit. Now they'll go turn number one, that very, very wide track, that left-hander. You've got to work on these part of the circuit there, up through turn through right-hander, now into turn number 3. Now what makes it interesting is it turns back the opposite way and back into the left-hander again. That's turns 3, 4, and 5. Now take a long right-hander. It's called Big Bend. Well, it is a Big Bend. That's a long straight, which has got a bit of a curve. The Mobile One Bridge they go. And now on turn 7, that's the hairpin. You see there's 2 different versions of that hairpin bend. Now they will go up to turn number 8. That's Fangio. Once they go through Fangio, up that straight into the up towards turn number 10 with your fifth gear, fourth down, third down, second. Feather those brakes neatly as you can through Collier up into turn number 12 will be a slight right-hander. Now into turn 13, that's a much tighter power corner. Number 13 is the corner, and now we're going to go down to Bishops. Will be a slight left, another left that'll go through there down towards turn 15. That right-hander, a little bit of a left in it. Then they go into the Mans corner. That's turn number 16 into the back main, if we can call it, the Ullman Straight. And that's a lap on the board with the likes of Atinafel. Let's go back to the front end of the field. The man that qualified in Q1 pole position, it's Gerald Fourie, that leads them out. And Gerald Fourie looking very, very good at this stage of the fight. He was very quick with the qualifying. And as it gets darker, so you see the lights is coming on with all of these cars. Francois Joubert in that second position in the BMW versus Ferrari, and then in there behind that the Audi of Luke Lucchese. See the light is now on the windscreen as well on the car of Luke Lucchese. Nati and Semangi in the BMW. That is the second of the BMWs out there, and then well, the lights is now really coming into play. There is Jaco Steyn, and looks like Eugene Minuk has had a bit of a problem. Let's go see what happened to Eugene Minuk. He had a bit of an off. That long right hander. Oh, he runs right towards the outside and then backs out of it, and he'll go straight through those cones. Now he's got to be careful. How do you get going again without affecting anybody else's race? Well, he's lucky there's nobody else that's coming through there behind him. He was just ahead of Peter Joubert at the tail end of the field, and he gets that one all together. Looks like Willem Pinaar had a bit of a session as well. You see the man in the Castro colours. Oh, just a bit hard on the gas. Light nibble up against the barrier. Spinning it, trying to get away there. Just trying to hold on to not let too many cars past him, and gets it back out on the circuit. Well, Stephen McCarthy got past there at that stage of the fight as well. And the darkness is now coming in. We're going into the early part of the night race, and this is where they set up on the line. It's so important. Oh, up dust is Francois Hubert in there behind him. So Gerald Fourie from Francois Hubert. Then the next one, you see the number on the window. That's the number 9 car. Next one behind that, the monkey. Then it's Jaco Steyn. You can see that Ferrari light. It's that one. Then the low slung car in there behind that. That is off. The brakes is glowing red as he climbs off the gas. The exhaust's glowing as well as he works his way through the well. The sun is now set completely in there behind the Apple. Is in fact Stephen Duplessis. He's in the 15 cars that goes to the Chevrolet Bridge. In there behind him is Mike Berrier. Nice little battle game behind that. Noor Hendricks holding off against the like of Dohaber. The Dohaber was up on the side of the stage. Right, that's what it looks like. We go from day to night. Dohaber is 0.7 of the second. Goes up nicely. Can he carry that speed through coming out of the corner? No, it was late on the brakes, but the line wasn't that great. This series of corners, you've got to get them all linked up nice and smoothly. You're able to get through that complex as best you can. You can see now as they go out to the straight pieces that Mobile 1 bridge. You see how he closes up once again under braking. Lights is so important to give you the best field of possible vision. A 40-minute race is going to be. You see that car in front of you putting away. It's now 1.6, 1.7 seconds. But let's go back to the front end of the field. It is George Fourie, the number 10 car. Got that red line on the top of the window just to make it put through. And actually identify the car when it comes towards you. See the pass there on Willem Pina. Let's have a look how that one came to be. McCarthy. But that pass over the top of his car. That one does the big nice cut as what we look there. All about Gerald Fourie. What a lovely drive so far by Gerald Fourie. We have there a bit of off-circuit earlier on as well. Let's see what it looks like from upstairs with a blimp. There we go. Gerald Fourie leading out the field. Doing a lovely job. The lights in there behind him. That is Francois Hubert. There is a look easy. Then you can see it's dark behind him. That's because there's a gap going back to that man. There is Jaco Steyn, and he's got Nati and Samangi right in there behind him. Nati and Samangi on the back of Jaco Steyn. He's 0.3 of a second right in there. He wants to have a go. There's no doubt about it. That's what it looks like looking forward. And that's what it looks like from behind. Wow! Nati and Samangi's right in there. And he has a look up on that inside line. Can Nati? No. Nati couldn't make that one stick. Nati and Samangi putting a lot of pressure there on the tail end of Jaco Steyn. Jaco not flinching yet on this one, hasn't made any mistakes. Make sure that he puts it very deeply on the line. Using the curbstone and more Nati and Samangi. Probably going to find that he'll have a look at getting past Jaco Steyn in not the distant future. Somebody else that's in a pretty good fight at the moment is Dohaber. Dohaber finds himself there in Noor Hendricks. And well, he's been following Noor for an extended period of time now. Love the colouring inside of that 69 Dohaber car. Finds himself around top 10. Because at Sebring International Front Race, welcome to those people who just joined us with 7 laps in the 40 minutes of this race. Riding on board with Dohaber. He works his way through turns 3, 4, and 5, and then going up Big Ben. Beautiful race. Haven't had a lot of night races so far in racing. Different, but at the front end of the field, leading them out. Gerald Fourie. What a lovely drive, Gerald Fourie, not having made any mistakes in the qualifying session. and we got it all right. And getting off the line nice and neatly. That's it. Slowly there. And it's properly, and it knows how to absorb pressure as well. It is Francois Hubert. Look at easy. Number on the windscreen line, also right on the side. The more style lighting on 24-hour cars have also got all those lights on the side like that. Makes it easier for the pit crew to identify these cars coming towards you. All you see is just bright lights. Jaco Steyn, what's happening with Jaco? And Jaco Steyn, Nati and Samangi, look at that one. Nati and Samangi on the inside line, they almost make contact. Jaco Steyn holds on to that one. And that was very, very close. They were literally 100% side by side. It was last of the late breakers, and they showed one another lots of respect. Made sure that nobody went off. And looking at that from upstairs, you can see how close they are to one another. A fair amount of lighting around this circuit, as we said, a circuit that started off in 1952. Regular World Sports Car and Le Mans Cup racing circuit, Sebring. And, they are in the southeastern part of the United States, on the Florida side. Some of the nicest scenery you get in America, on the Florida side. Florida is a lovely area to go to on holiday. This is not a holiday for Nati and Jaco Steyn. It's all about putting the pressure on, and Jaco's absorbing all the time. Atinafel now in with 1.2 seconds. Nati and Samangi flashes the lights and says, Jaco, I'm coming underneath the Chevrolet bridge. They go through that long left-hander. Oh, the mistake that he was waiting for. Can Jaco Steyn hold on to that one? Bang, all the bollards out the way. And Jaco Steyn drops down behind Nati and Samangi. So that continued pressure from Nati and Samangi eventually coming to play. Now, does Nati have the straight line speed to be able to pull away from Jaco Steyn? He put a lot of pressure on Jaco, but Jaco was also driving a very protective line. Looks like Willem Pinaar's come into the pit. Let's see if we can pick up. Yep, there he is. And it's Pinaar that's come into the pit lane. So we are now on lap number 9, 17 minutes into the 40 minutes. Let's see how long the pit stop's going to take. Feels like when you're standing there in the pit row, Nati and Jaco Steyn very close to one another, right in there behind Nati and Samangi. Let's just see what it feels like to be with Willem Pinaar in the 57 car. Out of the pits it comes, and that is a 14.8 second stop that he's had so far. Comes his way out. But can Jaco Steyn make a plan on the tail end of Nati and Samangi? Nati has not got away. Nati has not got away. He pressured. Now Jaco Steyn says, well, you can pressure me, I'm going to pressure you as well. Let's see if you can take the pressure. But don't forget about the man that's behind them. Atinafel there and thereabouts. The 14 car. Atinafel looking really solid as he follows in there behind that fight of Jaco Steyn. Nati and Samangi. Have a look at the onboard shot. What does it look like from inside the car? Oh, mark all around in the headlights off. That's where you can see exactly what's happening out there in front of you. Out in the front lane they go. Lovely roll bar shot across the parking line. Puts on the left and the right hand side. Coming through there pretty hard. Now you've got that very, very wide back side where your lines actually, as you come through there, up turn through into turn 3. That one's going to turn back slightly with the right hander into turn 4, turn 5 into the left hander. Now into big bend they go. Now you can see that car in front of you. Underneath the group they go. That's your big bend. That's turn number 6. Now you've got a fair length of straight. Work your way through the gears. 5th gear, will you get through to 6th? No, down to 4th gear again. He goes feather it. Don't use too much of that curbstone. Straighten it out that little S-bend as best as what you can through into Fangio they go. You see that Harvard's on the holding station there, and almost getting just a little bit away from him in this stage of the fight. Jaco Steyn has dropped down. Well, Jaco Steyn has into the pits. Let's see if that is a correct one. Yes, Jaco Steyn has actually into the pits. That's why it's dropped quite a long way down. Let's see who has all been to the pits so far. Jacob Stein and Willem Pienaar. Pretty bad. People that have so far gone to the pits as such. Let's go back to the front end of the field. Still he must be super tough with this one. But the pressure is starting to mount. Look easy. 5.5 seconds behind him. But now this is not the race to win. This is the race that you don't want to lose. Done it all right up until now. Exactly halfway, 20 minutes into that 40-minute race. You've got the hard charging Luke easy. That's not that far behind you. This is your one to win and or lose. Have a look at that box. That one with Gerald up behind will in fact be Willem Pienaar, but that's not going to be a problem because Willem is a long way ahead of him. So in terms of track position, so he's got a nice piece of open track in front of him. Nobody else is yet gone in for those pit stops. We're halfway through. Surely everybody's going to have to go in for a pit stop sometime. That plays out there. Look easy. Look 5 seconds further back from Gerald Fourie, and then the next man behind Luke easy is going to be Francois Hubert. There's Francois in the background. There comes Francois Hubert. And then behind that there is Martin with Marvel. And then the reason why Jacob Stein is not there, the Steven C, is because Jacob Stein has done that pit stop. So it's in that position. Looking very good. He's good to see after closing slowly but surely on the back of Martin Monkey. Mike Berrier, 8.24.7 car. It's 8 seconds further back. Look that he's coming behind. So you must say very good people in traffic. Don't believe they'll have they have Eugene actually blows himself by going right off the circuit, making space there for Mike Berrier, but a man that is known for making sure that he does not mess anybody else up. Oh, Atti Nagel's crash. Atti Nagel's had a bad one. Let's see what happened to Atti Nagel. He was going so well, was Atti. On the brakes, turns it in the back end, starts the breakaway, gets into a complete slide. Oh, he gets missed there as well. That must have been Noor Hendricks that came through, turns himself right around and, well, inside out. It wasn't inside out. The Atti Nagel will get going again. And that, in fact, is Dr. Mike Berrier that just went past him there as well. And having said that, somebody's coming to the pits. Let's see who's that. It's Stephen du Plessis. Stephen du Plessis is into the pits. He is in 5th overall. Where is Mike Berrier? Then Mike Berrier comes past. Mike Berrier takes up that 5th position. Next one there behind that will be Noor Hendricks. Where's Noor Hendricks? Is he going to move up the position as well? I pretty much think so. Noor Hendricks is going to come past the pit lane. Yes, he does. Both are coming through there as well. So Stephen du Plessis still in the pit lane. And, terrible for him to be sitting there in the pit lane. There he comes now. And drops down off position. Can he stay ahead of Herman Lazarus? Yes, he will. He should stay ahead of Herman Lazarus. Stephen du Plessis still sitting there in the pit lane. That's a long pit stop. That's a very long pit stop. 54 seconds he's been standing there in the pit lane. Look at that. Well, he must be fixing up problems on that motor car at the same time. 63 seconds. This takes him out of it. Stephen du Plessis still sitting in the pits. That is going to be a massive blow for Stephen du Plessis as he now eventually, let's have a look at what that pit lane looks like coming out of the pit lane in the night time. It goes to the left hand side. There's the blend line. That is of turn number 1. You can mirror to see what's happening behind you. Wow, what a long time to sit in the pits. That was terrible for him. So Gerald Fourie, not having made any pit stops yet, got himself 6.3 seconds on Luke easy. Wow, what a drive. What a drive, Gerald. The best I've seen of Gerald Fourie for a long time. The Chevrolet bridge he goes there, you can see Luke easy in the background. Yep, there comes Luke easy. Then that battle for 3rd and 4th position. There's Francois Hubert. There behind him is Martin Simangi. And Martin Simangi's got himself 15 seconds on the likes of Dr. Mike Berrier. So Mike, let's have a look at it. Shot from Mike Berrier. Oh, Mike Berrier's gone into the pits. Mike Berrier's gone into the pits. So Noor Hendricks, 11 seconds behind him. Where's Noor Hendricks? There he comes. There you can see Mike on the right-hand side underneath the Yokohama Bridge. Where's Mike Berrier? There's Mike Berrier. Where's Noor Hendricks? Noor Hendricks goes through. And Doug Harbour's come in as well. Doug Harbour into the pits. So the next man's going to come through there is going to be Jaco Steyn. Where's Jaco? There, Jaco comes past. Jaco Steyn starting to work as well. Remember, Jaco's already done the one pit stop. And in fact, he's the leading man out on circuit, having done that one pit stop. So if his timing was correct, that he got the fuel 100% right, that means that he's going to then be moving up the pecking order quite a bit. Although remember, 17 seconds between Arthur and Samangi. The back in front, you know, Doug Harbour's on his way out of the pits. Yep, here he comes. See what it looks like coming out of that pit lane, out into the daylight of the circuit. That turn number one, a long left-hander. How wide that circuit is as you come into turn number one. Slight right-hander. Turn number three. Trying to get the lights to shine where you need them to be. 4 into 5. Now into the big green will go to be a long right-handers right with Doug Harbour in that 11th position, just outside of the top 10. That's Doug Harbour. Lights ablaze as he works his way through that 11th position. Let's go back to the front end of the field, and Gerald Ferrier's gone in. Gerald has gone in. Luke Lucchese into the pits as well. Francois Joubert into the pits as well. Nati and Samangi's the next man. Nati and Samangi into the pits as well. Ati Nafel does. Ati Nafel go in. Remember, Ati's quite a long way back. 16 seconds further back. He's going to work his way out now. If he's going to go into the pits, it's going to be a roundabout now. Does he turn into the pits? See, he does. So Noor Hendricks, is Noor Hendricks going to be going in as well? Here comes Noor Hendricks. Looks like just about everybody is going to be diving into the pit lane. Does Noor take that tight line? Yes, he does. He goes in as well. Stephen McCarthy is the next man that's going to come through. Does Stephen take the dive into the pits? Yep, turns that very tight line. And Gerald Merget, well, Jaco Steyn has been through there already. And Jaco Steyn comes flying through. He's already done his pit stop. Look how he passes them. Bang, 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 one after the other. Jaco Steyn up into that 4th position. So he recovers a pretty decent position, does Jaco Steyn. So some of the guys on their way out of the pits there is Martin and Samangi. It's Ati Nafel that's coming out there as well. And Noor Hendricks has gone into the pits. Gerald Merget is in there as well. 27 minutes of the 40-minute race that's gone already. Let's go back to the front end of the field. There he is, Gerald Ferrier. And it's pretty much touche between himself and Luke Lucchese. There comes Luke Lucchese. Hold on to that grip that he's got on this race. Pretty much held the same amount of gap that he originally had. Just 2 seconds further back. Just 2 seconds. The Francois Joubert. Here comes Jaco Steyn. The same camera shot is Jaco Steyn in that 4th position. Massive big thanks to Jaco Steyn. That is the man that's made it possible to put the new sector production studio together in conjunction with Dr. Mike Berrier, in conjunction with Luke Lucchese, and then the people that helped to finance it, elderly statesmen that got involved with the finance of that as well. And you don't often see out on circuit at all, but always getting involved in the background to try and make it possible for us to get the best possible results out there. Johan Engelbrecht with the Jouberts, and also Sujin Properties getting involved, and then Jaco Steyn putting his money where his mouth is as well to make it all possible. And don't forget about Captain Pete, who was also very instrumental in that getting things on board, getting things going to get to the level where 28 minutes, 47 seconds of this 40-second race. That's Mike Berrier having a look at the back of Martin Samangi. Mike Berrier right there with Samangi. Can he make the move? It's that long right-hander. Into the bridge they go. Nope, didn't manage to catch much there at that part of the circuit. Up to the front lane they go. Mike Berrier can see the back there of Martin Samangi. Let's go on board. See exactly what that looks like from an onboard shot. Here we go. Out of that one. look on the right-hand side, you'll see what they have got on board the system to see exactly what's happening behind them. Mike Berrier just inside of the top 5.4 of the second yard now. Samangi finds himself 14 seconds short of the line of Jaco Steyn with the battle. Jaco Steyn constantly there looking easy and drilled for front. Martin Samangi probably not be able to make up that segment, so you'll be very, very set trying to hold that top 5. Mike Berrier, 8-4, 24-7, Jake 9 Sports Masters, this in calculations as well. Closing up nicely in the brake, smooth turning there on the steering wheel. Car's turning in pretty well, I must say, the way he's got to set up that motor car. Probably down force and set up that he's got the point of a second. I remember Samangi was the man that put lots of pressure on Jaco Steyn earlier on, the forced Jaco, that error that he made. Now, can Martin Samangi take that same pressure from behind, from Mike Berrier? I think Martin's not far behind them. Let's have a look to see where in fact is Atinafel. There's Atinafel. See at the bottom end of your screen, go one car further forward. That battle in front of him, there he is. That is Dr. Mike Berrier. And that one over there, that is Martin Samangi. So that's literally the gap between 4th, 5th, and 6th position from our aerial view. Nice that these cars have got decent time on them. 31 minutes of the 41 minutes gone so far. It's all about aerial view. What an amazing race, but probably the best ever that I've seen. The 10 car, the Ferrari, holding out Luke Easy. Here comes Luke Easy. The 9, 40, 48, only 40 out there. Love the sound of that car. So it looks like it's got pretty decent lights in front of that motor car in the background. Constantly there. Then coming into picture at the back, that will be Jaco Steyn. There he is. Jaco Steyn. First, second, third, 4th positions. Martin Samangi won't be too interested in what's happening up there because his problem is sitting on his back bumper. It's called Mike Berrier. Mike Berrier is right in there. Mike Berrier wants to have a go. He wants to have a go around about now. And have a look what it looks like from the side camera shot. They side that goes through the corner. Can they make space for one another? There they do it. Martin Samangi just ahead there of Mike Berrier. Still, that was very close. They were side by side as we click to the different making a bit of a mistake there. Martin Samangi, Mike Berrier, Atinafel's come into play. Atinafel's right there as that little mistake came through. Atinafel goes right up onto the back of Mike Berrier. So going from attacker to, they almost touched, they almost rubbed bumpers. Going from attacker to being attacked from behind. Atinafel on the back of Mike Berrier. 32.5 minutes of this 40-minute race gone. It's Atinafel that's there where he needs to be right now. He's in the bounce seat. That is the tail end of Dr. Mike Berrier. That's directly in front of him. Jaco Steyn, the red car just in front of that. Long right-hander out into the front main. They go off the Ulman straight through the Sunset Bend out into the front main. Up towards turn number 1. That was the start finish line. Level 8, 5th gear, down to 4th. Smooth on the accelerator, smooth on the steering. 7 minutes to go. Jaco Steyn on Mike Berrier. Nothing much in it. That's the biggest battle out there right now. Using the curve stones for 40 minutes is a long time. You really got to concentrate hard. Through Big Bend they go, turn number 6. The Mobile 1 bridge. Up to turn 7, the hairpin. Will turn sharp right. Back off slightly to the left-hand side. And it'll turn slightly right again now. Then turn 8, a long right into going into Fangio. Into turn 9, a slight left-hander. Now you'll keep the hammer down, short straight. Up towards turn number 10, hard on the brakes. Turn number 10, a 90-degree bend as you work your way through there. Into Collier, turn 11. Slight right-hand kink. You've got to line yourself up pretty neatly, using as much of the track as possible. Into 12 into 13 through Tower. And you've got a long straight, just not close enough. Is Atinafel onto the back of Mike Berrier to be able to pick up the toe. Do that Bishop's curve into turn 15. Will be a right-hander, a little bit of a left, just to make it slightly difficult. And then back into that corner number 16. That's the Le Mans corner. Now you're out into the Ulman Straight. So tantalizing to just run those revs just a little bit higher. Closing slowly. 0.4 of a second. 0.41, 0.40, 0.39, 0.36, 0.34. So he got good drive. Runs it wide. Will he be able to straighten it? Coming out of the corner. Down to 3.2. He's got the pressure on. Atinafel has got the pressure on. It looks like he's going to go for the move on Mike Berrier. Mike Berrier stays on the line and up along on the outside line. Now you've got to work your way on that outside line all the way around there. Can you make that one stick? Mike will stay right on that inside line and make sure they don't make any contact. It looks like he's going to get it. Atinafel, yes he does. Atinafel works his way through the 8-4 24/7 car of Mike Berrier. Past it's like they've changed positions now as well. It's like Pity Hubert just had a off circuit. Let's have a look at that one quickly. Oh, look at that. Back out onto the circuit. Easing it back out. Francois Hubert also had a little bit of north. Let's have a look at that. Well, they recovered that one pretty easily. The other man that also had off track he was Nafi Simangi. Oh, he went very, very hard onto the grass, and that cost him pretty dearly. And, well, lost quite a bit of time there, but he didn't lose the position, so that's quite fine. Let's go back to the front end of the field. There, roll, nose, what? Tell you what, eyes is open, field shade. It's going to come through these. Luke Lucchesi, then Francois Hubert, all of them in the same shot. Francois Hubert coming, a couple of first one, 59-1 by Francois Hubert, so he's really pushing it very, very hard. Let's have a look at the top speed that some of the guys pick up. 253 by Luke Lucchesi, 258 by Monkey. Looks like a 261 by Stephen Duplessis. So that's just one-off shots somewhere around the circuit where guys can pick up a very fast speed. Let's go back to that Mike Berrier battle. Berrier good 1.7 behind Arthur, trying to cover that top 5 position. 2.5 minutes left to go. Mike Berrier will be very, very tempted to have a go at Atinafel, but also don't want to blow it, make contact, riding there where it counts. Those just a lap and a bit to go. Might have 3 laps still, that's about it. As you look at that inside line, out on the brakes, closes up nicely. Can you keep that line coming through? Yes, it closed up quite a bit. And that's half a second. Looks like you are inside a very quick Ferrari. Nice coloring inside that Ferrari as well. Oh, hammering that gearbox. Really hard on the gearbox. Went down through the gears. Losing everything and more. Well, looks like that must have been Eugene Manouk that they just went past. Let's see, was that Eugene Manouk? Yes, I believe that was Eugene. Yep, he turned it right around. Up that, and he tried to get it out of the way as well. Eugene Manouk knew the cars were coming. There we go. Let's get back out of the way. Let's go back to front of the field. All Daryl Curry all day long. Can you believe it? Just a minute and a bit to go. Probably fine. He's going to get one more lap after this one. 39 minutes and 4 seconds as he goes through underneath the Mobile Bridge. Budweiser on one side, Mobile 1 on the other side. Ken car has got it all right. Somehow or other, he just got it all right tonight. No matter what anybody threw at him, he's the quickest man in practice, he's the quickest man in qualifying, he's the quickest man in the race as well. That number 10 car, oopsie, out of the way now, Gerald. Second on Luke Lucchese. Might be his last lap. The 17 seconds still to go. He works his way around. He might still have to do one more lap after this, although I don't think so. I think this is going to be his last lap. 39.54. That's gone on the board. Time is almost up. Gerald Fourie in the 10 car will be coming through for the last time. And he will be super duper tough for this one. You get those days that it goes wrong, you get those days that it goes all right. And this is the day that it went all right for Gerald Fourie. Down the Holman Straight he goes for the last time. That long right-hander, well, you could literally put it into neutral and coast from here. He goes out into the front main. There he flashes the lights. Gerald Fourie takes away the wing. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant drive. Luke Lucchese, man coming through in that second position. As he weaves it across the line, there comes Francois Hubert. Unaccustomed to being so far down, Francois Hubert. Let's go one step further back. That's going to be Jaco Steyn. Well done, Jaco. He comes across the line. Next to behind him will be Dr. Mike Berrier. Ricobala racing 24/7. I say Ricobala did massive amounts for Mike Berrier with his racing down at the International Raceway. Comes through, it's flag, logo 1, start finish grid. Next man coming through, Martin Simon, National Polo Cup racer, and then after those seconds behind that, next man through will be 20 seconds further back. In fact, Joe Faber coming through the last corner. Just almost everybody on the lap. Faber coming through to get McCarthy. 19 there behind him comes McCarthy. Stephen Duplessis, well, he had good and bad luck on the day. The long pit stop that cost him dearly. Willem Pinaar comes through around William. Gerald J. Herman Lazarus a long way further back. He's Herman Lazarus. Porsche. Is it? Yeah, Porsche. Well, there's a lot of Porsche to be. Finish line. Lazarus. Pretty fair. Only Noor Hendricks and Eugene Manouk that were not on the lead lap. Quietly calm come through there is pretty fair. Just the start of this line, you won't be happy with that one. Not accustomed to that far down. Bear comes through. Stop. Well, everything we hoped for, wished for, and more. That was a lovely, lovely race. So, the end result, Sports GT Masters, fun if you are in event at Sebring International. Gerald Fourie leading out there from Luke Lucchese. Francois Hubert from Jaco Steyn. Mike Berrier running out the top 5 from Naarten Samangi. Ati Nagel, Doug Herbers, Stephen McCarthy, and then Stephen Duplessis. He must be disappointed. Could have gone a lot better for Stephen. Willem Pinaar, Gerald Maget, Herman Lazarus, Pieter Hubert, Noor Hendricks, and then Eugene Manouk coming through behind that. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this evening. You guys that have watched the race, hope you enjoyed it on the New Look Second Year Productions gear that we've had made available to us to bring you this form of motorsport in 108p HD for those of you that have the facilities to do that. Remember, Monday night we'll be coming back to you with the touring cars, and then I think it'll be round number 6 of the Western Province Sports and GT Master Series will be on Wednesday evening. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed that, and good night to you from Second Year Studios. Myself, Gary Fleming. Good night.